What is up, everybody? This is Mark the Mike, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Glowing. I'm Mark the Mike. I'm joined by the Louis Bings.
What is up? What is up?
And again, we have a shit ton of wrestling to cover because we had two pay-per-views in one day.
That's crazy.
Actually, no, Overdrive, I think it was Friday.
All right, that's less crazy.
Still crazy because we still got SmackDown and Rampage to watch as well. So there was a lot of wrestling. A lot of wrestling. We're going to cover it all and all, but at first, we have the wrestling retrospect. We start off with Cass, and our pick last week was Mustafa Ali.
Yes, sir. So I wanted to go before because I know he had an independent career somewhat, right?
Yeah.
So I dug as hard as I could, and then I also realized he didn't actually change his name that much. The only thing really was his name was Prince Ali
Yeah.
or Prince Mustafa Ali.
Yes, exactly.
So it was actually pretty easy to find once I found that out.
Yeah.
The first match I have is kind of a throwback to the, or if you saw this first, it was a prelude to the Cruiserweight tournament,
Yes.
CWC, because it is Mustafa Ali versus Zack Sabre Jr. And this
Nice.
is AAW Pro. The date for the match is 11/4/2016. So, question mark, is that around the same year as the tournament?
So I think the tournament was in the fall.
So this is after the tournament.
Yeah. So
Cool.
this was before the tournament.
Before or after? Because this is November.
November. Let's see. Real fast. Sorry, but I just want to make sure we're right. CWC.
Because I want to say if you watch this match, also the one thing that you definitely notice about it is the gear. Is like they look, around that time. So that's the most current look is the Ali with the two winged helmets on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that Ali.
So when did this start? July. So this was
July?
after. Yeah.
This was after. Cool.
Yeah. Because Ali wasn't 100% signed. He just signed on for the CWC.
Gotcha. Understood. So, I mean, the one thing that I will say, this was a very, very good demonstration of Clash of Styles.
Yeah.
Because Ali, we know, is like a super high flyer. He has the hybrid stuff now that he shows, but back then that wasn't his main deal. And Zack Sabre Jr. is just on the mat all day. So it was very cool to see that. And it's also interesting. Here's the one thing I will take away from this match is that Zack Sabre Jr. at this time, he had enough of a presence in the ring to make submission wrestling palatable for an indie crowd. Because I noticed that. Because you and I both know that submission stuff is like, it depends on the person doing it. Because a lot of people will turn on you.
Yeah.
And people will probably say boring or something like that. But he manages to make it himself enough of a jerk during the match that he keeps everybody involved. So I like that.
Cool. My first one, actually, I've seen this match on a DVD that I got with the Pro Wrestling Tees. So I had the Pro Wrestling Tees during this time, and I was doing the 3 T-shirt one. They usually gave you like a free DVD of like a bunch of matches, and it happened to be Mustafa Ali, so it was based on him. And one of the matches I came across on that was Leo Rush versus Mustafa Ali.
Okay, nice.
This was in, well, it just says freelance wrestling. This was in CZW. It was freelance versus CZW2. This was Leo Rush, Mustafa Ali at Walk Among Us 2016. This was on Friday, July 21st.
Okay, cool.
This was like a high-flying, action-packed match, but again, I think Ali worked a lot of ground moves into it as well. But you the speed that Leo Rush has, and them two going at it was crazy, and it was a lot of fun. So definitely check that one out.
Okay. The second one I picked is from Dreamwave Wrestling, and this is Prince Mustafa Ali versus the homie Lince Dorado.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
And this one is 5/4, 2013. So this one is way before, 3 years before.
Yeah.
Um, Completely different look and persona for Ali. He comes out with the black and white American flag. I don't exactly know what the story was behind it, but I'm assuming because of his nationality and people associated him holding the American flag as a bad thing. That's all
Yeah.
I gotta say. Um, and then Lindsay was a cat. I did not know he was a full-on cat. I mean, obviously his name, yes, but like, so his deal is way more character based than he was when we saw him in WWE,
Yeah.
because he would bite and scratch and like do specific cat things during the match,
All right.
and it made it so entertaining. And especially because usually in a match where it has some comedy, there's one guy that's a straight man. So Ali not wanting to have none of his nonsense, it made it way more fun. And they had, even back then, I guess. See, I don't know how old they are at the time, how long their careers were at the time, but man, they had chemistry already. It was really good. So,
Cool.
and it was just shout out to Ali because he looked like RVD. I don't know why, but he had like RVD gear on. It was crazy.
One thing, a fun
Really good
fact
match.
too, is that that's who he fought in the first round of CWC as well.
Nice,
That
nice.
was like his match, and he was extra. He wasn't originally in it, Mustafa Ali. So he was an
Mhm.
extra against his boy Lindsay Dorado.
Got you. There you go.
My second match is CZW versus Freelance Prince, Freelance Wrestling again. This is Prince Mustafa Ali versus John Grisham.
Wow. Okay.
This
Okay.
was also July 8th, 2016. So this was 2 weeks before it. So I'm surprised he's okay after the beating he took the other match.
Oh
But
damn. Okay.
it was a really good match. Again, this was also went more to the ground, a lot of groundwork and stuff like that. Um, Josh Grisham was kind of the same wrestler he is now, but he was just more technical sound. So he like again like it reminded me of the Zack Sabre Jr. match that you put up as well. So I'll recommend that one. I think you'll like it.
Okay. Cool. And the last one I picked, I just wanted to pick because I heard about it and I did not go back and watch it in full. So now I have, and it was actually a very, very good match. Um, and it was WWE main event, Jeff Hardy versus Mustafa Ali in
This
the
was
Thunderdome era.
this during the Retribution or before that?
He was Retribution.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hmm.
He had some gems in that and main event during that time.
I know. I saw some of the matches. I did not go back and see all of them. I do also remember when we first started coming out of the pandemic. What was there was the one with Ricochet, right?
Yes, he had
Yeah.
best out of three with Ricochet. He had some
Yeah.
great ones with Cedric.
Hmm.
Very underrated ones with Tozawa.
And I believe he had some with T-Bar.
Yes, T-Bar and
Yeah,
also
like
R Truth.
recently. Oh, I didn't see the R-Truth.
Yeah, he
Okay.
has some good ones with R Truth.
So yeah, he's got some hidden gems from main event. Surprisingly, you can actually find these more because on YouTube because
Yeah,
people just put 'em up.
yeah, they
But like
don't
I
care
said,
about that. They don't care
it
about
was
main event.
a yeah, they
Yeah.
really don't. It's a
I wish
shame.
they could. I wish they'd really highlight it instead of the actual wrestlers highlighting for everyone to
Just
watch.
put it on YouTube. I don't know what's
Yeah,
wrong with them at this point.
yeah. I think because it has the exclusive to Hulu.
Listen, you can't just tell them, oh, we'll put it there like 3 days later or
Yeah,
something.
they should.
Come on, come on.
Anyway, but
But anyway, this is a good match. Also, I miss Jeff Hardy.
yeah.
Just saying.
So
So,
my final match is gonna be, and I will say just in general, this is one of my favorite matches. But this is the first match they had to test the waters before they actually fully went at it with the Extreme Rules one. Um, Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali.
okay.
Um, this was when Buddy Murphy debuted to the cruiserweight. Oh, this was the cruiserweight title tournament qualifier
Mm,
match, March 6, 2018.
okay.
So this is their first bout before they actually had that epic one that was like a no rules match and stuff like that. This was the first taste of it, and yo, these guys go at it. They try to murder each other.
Of
That
course.
was
Of
really
course.
good.
That's what Buddy do.
Yeah, honestly, I would say this is hands down probably one of my favorite rivalries in cruiserweight, the cruiserweight 205 live, because how much differences of their matches they had and how great they were. It was like one of my favorites. I always like if you want to see a good 205, I always recommend Buddy Murphy and Ali. So this was their first bout before that epic one that they had, but this one actually is quite as good as well.
Okay,
Just
gotcha.
without the hardcore shit.
Mm-hmm.
This one, he actually tries to take out his arm with the 450 splash.
I noticed that he did that quite a few times
Yeah,
too. In some of the other matches, that was the thing.
he
He did
tries to
it to
kill people.
Lindsay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, and in the Jeff match is when he I guess officially added the Koji clutch to his arsenal.
yeah. I
So
think he started. I think the first person he finished with was Tozawa.
gotcha.
That was his
And that's
first
how
one.
he won against Jeff. He cheated and he
Yeah.
caught him with that. It's like, oh wow, he beat Jeff Hart.
You know who
Ooh.
used to use the Koji clutch too? Sami Zayn.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, at least I don't remember.
Yeah.
Did he use it in NXT?
He used the NXT and he used it in a few matches in the WWE.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
I just really don't remember. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my third. So our next person will be later on this cast. Now we go to the week in wrestling, and we kick off with Monday Night Raw. Um, shit, I had it up too. God damn it, I always do this. We got Monday Night Raw. Um, we kick off. Is this right? I just want to make sure I'm on the right thing. I hate when they confuse me. Sorry. I hate when they do this. Oh, there it goes.
What happens to the website goes forward and not? It
Yeah,
doesn't have
they
the
because
things
they put the new
because
episode up. That's why.
yeah, because Monday is the reset day.
Yeah. All right, I got
So
everything.
I see they have the little window, so you can at least get the Cliff Notes version. They don't have the full detail version like they.
Yeah. So we
Well, yeah,
got.
they have some stuff.
So we kick
Okay.
off with Seth freaking Rollins coming out with his U.S. title and looking all like he looked like he got electrocuted a little bit.
He looked like Elton John.
Yeah.
He looked like Elton John.
Yeah.
He really did.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley come out, called this shot against Seth, and then also Mustafa Ali also comes out and wants a title shot as well, and lines up being Bobby Lashley versus Mustafa Ali.
What the hell is Ali gonna win?
he
That
was
boy, that
he
boy
was
got a losing streak a mile long.
he was gonna win. He was not gonna win that game. Not today.
Damn, you had no faith? No
next
faith?
next Monday.
Next
Not
Monday.
Bobby's mad.
Shoot, he might not win this Monday if he got a match after losing the Ricochet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
true. That was a good match too. That was a really
Yes,
good
yes, it
match.
was.
But yeah, very good match. But Bobby Lashley wins.
Domination. That spear and the way Ali sells it. That was a moment right there. I just gotta say that.
Yep, yep. We got Mia Yim defeat Tamina. Yeah,
Damn it! First time we see Tamina in months and she just get beat.
yeah,
Former tag team champion. Makes me sad. Anyway, it was still solid though. But this stuff had way more story, so I can at least let that slide, right? Because Rhea and Dominic were at ringside.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
We got Chad Gable defeat Matt Riddle. That was good.
So there's a whole thing to hear that this didn't just happen. It was because of the bongos and freaking Chad Gable just went backstage interrupting his interview and making fun of him and stuff. So
And he started banging the bongo every time he said something.
hmm
He's unbeat
great
too.
match though. Great match.
Great match. I liked Chad Gable's song.
And the number one, yeah, yes,
Very good match though. I'm happy to see actually Chad Gable actually win a match.
yeah, and I mean thanks to the number one guy,
Yeah.
Otis.
We got Johnny Gargano set the stakes for Miz versus Dexter Lumis.
He did it to himself. That's all I'm saying. He came out with the Mister Rogers sweater
I know.
and the dad head trying to look sympathetic. No, you can't
Yeah.
trust him. This.
Shout out to Menu with opinion. He's actually really he's not liking any of this, but I actually like I've been finding it enjoyable. They've been making me laugh, so I'm like, whatever.
I mean, listen. Look, the Miz being angry makes me laugh. That's can't help it.
Yeah.
The Miz being angry, Johnny being a sarcastic ass, and every week Dexter Loomis does something,
Yeah.
right? That's what you wanted, right? He's back.
Yeah.
They found something for him. It's like, what are you gonna do? Have Dexter Loomis have a generic, run as a character, and then he has not boring matches, but he has regular
Yeah.
matches, and he has the no. He is a different type of character. Period.
Yeah.
You can't just do regular stuff, man.
Yeah.
So do something different.
There you go. We got Dominic Mysterio defeat Shelton Benjamin.
Why? Why? What, come on, man. You trying to not make me happy, man. Every week 2 of Shelton loses.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it makes sense. There was story here. It was literally what 4-on-1.
Yeah.
So I mean, there was nothing he could do. I mean, then again, there was something he could do if he called Cedric.
I'm just saying.
I mean, Bobby Lashley might not pick up the phone, but if he called Cedric, he might have a little bit of help. But again, I will give credit because this match has set up in the back.
Yeah.
Remember the whole
Yeah.
thing with Damian Priest and him being and Dominic, showing a little bit of evolution
Yeah.
because he's being a little annoying pest over his shoulder and got called out. So
Yep.
it's all
Bingo
good.
Beach.
It's all good.
Io Shirai defeats Dana Brooke. Mia Yim joins Bianca Belair's War Game team.
Makes sense. I mean, listen, who thought Dana Brooke was going to win the match? Come on.
It wasn't bad. It
I'm
wasn't a bad
sorry,
match
but
though.
you thought she was going to win?
It wasn't a bad match.
No, it's not that it was a bad match, but did you think she was going
No,
to
it was
win?
not,
No,
Io was not gonna lose.
no,
Yeah.
no. So,
Io wins. So Bianca's team needs one more person, which I have a feeling it might be Candice LeRae because she kind of has beef with.
how many beatdowns?
Yeah. She has beef
So,
with Damage Control. If it's happening not to be Candice LeRae, it will be a surprise person.
mm, yeah, I agree.
Some Irish surprise person.
Oh, no. Okay.
I'm just saying. If it's not Candice LeRae, it's gonna be. But I think Candice LeRae
All
makes
right.
sense. She does also have War Games experience.
That is true.
We had this match kind of started off in the backstage, but Dolph Ziggler defeats Austin Theory by DQ. But after that, A-Town Theory just whooped his ass afterwards.
Yeah, he put him under the ground. Um, but they don't mention that amazing promo
Yes, amazing
that
promo by
started the whole
Theory.
thing.
Yes.
Dare I say it? Maybe promo of the week. He made complete sense of why he cashed it in.
Yeah.
He also pointed out the fact that, hey, you want to try to cash in on Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry, can't do it. So, like
I,
you said,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You could have took Ron Breaker's belt. Just saying.
yeah, but he came from there. He doesn't want to go back to NXT. Come on.
You don't have to travel so much. There's benefits over there.
True.
But 100% agree. I'm really digging this theory. I'm digging this character change. This is much needed for his doofiness in the beginning, but I always liked the theory, so I believe in this guy, and I've seen him in those high main event matches, and I really enjoyed his wrestling when he wrestled those matches and evolved. So I'm very excited to see where this goes.
I mean, that's true. He was already a top guy in Evolve, but don't forget, even when he showed up in NXT before everything changed,
Yeah,
he was having matches with everybody,
yeah, 100%.
high caliber matches with everybody, and so you got to remember, like, I I don't understand the lack of confidence in his ability by fans because like they just pretend that he didn't have like maybe a year and a half in NXT beating
Yeah,
up everybody.
Yeah.
He's good. And then in the pandemic era, he was beating up everybody as a Seth Rollins follower. Like, come
Yeah.
on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Really good stuff. Really good stuff. I'm really enjoying. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, Baron Corbin defeat Tozawa. Tozawa gave him the fight though.
Hell yeah. Oh, well, he cheetah.
Cheetah took all their money and gambled.
So look here. The one thing I want to say is that Tozawa does need an evolution
Yeah.
in his character. He needs to not just be a ninja. You know what I'm saying? All right, we can drop the slightly racist gimmick and give him something else. Because again, he's another person that, despite his size, if we look through his career at who he's fought basically everybody who's on the main roster. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At some point, he can go. It's
You
just
know,
that he's smaller than everybody, so they treat him like a joke. But at some point, that's got to change, right?
yo, why don't JBL take Tozawa on his ring?
Why not? Put him in a suit.
Yeah,
Why
put him
not?
in a suit. Have him like your Tajiri and just spray people in the face.
He doesn't have to, but he doesn't have to take somebody else's
No, he doesn't.
very, very
Well, it
known
would just kind of remind me of
Japanese
like
thing.
Regal when Regal had Tajiri on his side, kind of thing.
I get it, but like
Yeah.
I don't want Tozawa to just be locked into I'm Japanese
Yeah, that's true.
because he's so good.
I
That's the
will
thing.
definitely put him in a suit and have him do Toolage of JBL, have him
Mm-hmm.
like being stingy and wanting to make money and all that shit.
Cause all
I'm for
right,
that.
if you this is this is going into the podcast we listened to, but last week after the bell had JBL and Corbin on, and the one person they gave respect to was Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
If JBL and Corbin took Tozawa as the Rey Mysterio for their group, that'd be awesome. Like
Yeah.
there you go. He's smaller than everybody, but he's got all that talent. Come on,
Yeah.
it was a good
I
match. That's all I'm
100%
saying.
agree. I will say that. And honestly, you could even make a tag team between him and Corbin too.
Yeah, why not? But
That
I'm just
works.
saying, you saw that match.
Yeah.
They gave him time, and he gave it to Corbin.
Yeah,
So
he gave it.
it is
He
what it is.
deserved it. Fucking cheetah.
Cheetah.
um. Where we got next? We got the main event. We had Seth freaking Rollins defeats Finn Balor to retain the United States Championship. A lot of shenanigans afterwards, and then Austin Theory catches Seth Rollins from behind, and that kind of ends Raw.
The whole thing broke down into just factions and
Too
interference.
many gang violence.
Yeah, tons of gang violence. But it ends up no, Finn would not take the title because Theory he wants to be Seth. So it is what it is.
Yeah,
Still a good match though.
yeah. I actually liked the match a lot, and I like the way Raw ended with Theory standing tall with the United States title.
Hmm.
Looked really good. Monday Night Raw, where you give it?
I'm gonna give it an A. Very very good show.
Hey, I'll give it an A as well. We go next to NXT 2. It's not even 2.0. I don't have to say 2.0. Like I see, I got used to saying that, and that is not. But we have NXT 2.0. Again, here we go. NXT. We have Braun Breaker defeat Von Wagner for the NXT Championship.
It was a good match.
Good match.
Call him. He's still vanilla. Call him Von Vanilla, but he's solid in the ring, and Breaker's awesome in the ring. So
So he
I
has
mean,
like a
listen,
little. He has a little swirls of fudge.
he is. Yeah, there you go. There you go. He got little swirls,
Not
but it's
too
not
much.
chocolate. It's not chocolate. It's like little swirls of butter pecan,
There
maybe.
you
There
go.
you go. But like, you, I would say one thing I saw here that really impressed me was Braun Breaker's Frankenstein on a man that big.
Yeah.
That was clean.
Hmm.
That was probably better than any of Scott Steiner
Yeah.
because he didn't decapitate Braun Breaker. I mean,
Yeah.
Von Vanilla. So it's all good. Good match. Good match.
Zoe Stark is in the hunter of NXT. She had a promo out. I dig it. I see where she's going with this, and I don't mind the heel Zoe
I
Stark.
mean, I don't know if she's bad so much that she's fed up. That's what I got from
Yeah.
that.
Well, she knocked Nikita Lyons to next Tuesday because I don't think we're gonna see it till this Tuesday. So she knocked the shit out of her
I mean, I'm
for
just
two
saying
days.
that's not a
Yeah.
that. I mean, all right. Listen, anybody that beats up Nikita, yeah,
You're here. You bad. And, like
you're not
I
great
want
in
to
my
fight you
eyes.
now.
But I, I listened to what Zoe was saying, and I was like, yeah, it makes sense because I guess now the way things are with whoever's in charge, she was able to at least express the frustration of them taking the direction from her. Like this kind of felt real. It was like, yo, I was a single superstar and they put me with this girl. Yo, I'm mad. And it's like she was pissed off. So everything she said makes sense. So again, is she bad for beating up her tag team partner? Sure. But I don't feel she's a villain. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
See
yet.
what she does with that.
Mm-hmm.
We have Indus Seer defeat George Cannon and Jake Flago.
Fingado. They back. That's it. They ain't playing no games. It's only a matter of time till they tag team champions. That's all
Yeah.
I gotta say.
We got
Two giant men this big and this powerful and athletic. Come on, man. Weren't they supposed to fight like they were around during the AOP days too? Like they just got there. I remember.
Yeah. Like in
They've been
the
a tag
end of
team
their
for
run, yeah.
yeah, they were a tag team for a long time. They just split them up. Yeah.
Before they brought them up with Seth Rollins and then they
Mm-hmm.
disappeared.
Yeah. So I mean, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah. We got Apollo Cruz defeat JD McDuggan.
That was a great match.
Yeah.
That was a great match. That's
I was
all I gotta
surprised with the
say.
win too.
Hell yeah.
I didn't expect that. I thought
Hell
JD
yeah.
was winning.
Well, I see it. I see it.
Yeah.
I see the trajectory. It's gonna be Apollo versus Braun Breaker soon
All for
enough.
it. All for it.
But yeah, it was a hell of a match, dude.
You got Booker T host NXT North American Championship contract signing between Wesley and Carmelo Hayes. Booker T looked like he was gonna bust both their asses.
He looked like the father was like, listen, don't make me take my belt off. I brought y'all here. I made you dress up nice. Don't make me take my belt. Don't
Yeah.
embarrass me. But you know what? Melo needs to leave. He don't need to be there, man.
Yeah.
He either needs to be fighting for the main championship or he needs to be like moving up.
I think this is the one that Wesley just needs the credibility to have the title on him. So to beat, like he was right, he has to beat the actual champion. He did not beat the champion, so this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think I feel this is Wesley's time to take it, but I feel like this is Melo's time to take the L and move on.
Yeah, I think he's gonna take the L, but I think it's gonna help Wesley in the long run, and then Carmelo Hayes probably Royal Rumble. We got the Dyad defeat Josh Bridges and Brooke Jensen. I actually liking the new look. Kind of has the sanity and the Violence by Design look, like a mix of the two.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I actually liked it. They look more of a team. They look less than a cult. They look more of a we want to murder you. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it just took some. Again, what I say? All it did was I knew once. I can't keep saying the new direction and the people in charge. I can't
Yeah.
keep saying that. But all I said was once the direction changed,
Yeah.
give them a chance. And guess what? They getting better.
Yeah. I agree.
So
I agree.
yeah.
They're growing on me.
If they have somebody that knows what to do with something like that. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We got Shawn Michaels issues a statement for NXT Deadline. He's gonna have like a 6-man, 25-minute Iron Man match that the winner has the most falls. If you take a pin, you get in the penalty box. There's a lot of rules like that. It's pretty much a 6-man Iron Man match, and that's what it is.
I just like the meme.
Yeah.
From the Simpsons, somebody made the meme. It made it to a bunch of media of the Simpsons of when Millhouse's parents were playing, what is it, charades,
Mm-hmm.
and then the father goes on to explain all the hint to the mother without saying what it is. He's like,
Yeah.
come on. She's like, I'm sorry, I'm not as smart as you. I don't know about NXT Deadline.
Yeah. The only thing
It
that
sounds
that
convoluted.
go ahead. What you say?
I'm just saying, it sounds convoluted. Just like
My only thing that didn't make sense to me is that they're DQs. Like, there's no DQs in the multi-man match. Because how you gonna call a DQ on somebody?
I would. Let's see. Maybe they'll have multiple refs. Well, at this point, if they have a penalty box, they have to have multiple refs.
Yeah,
So
but
let's see. Let's see.
when you do a multiple person match, it's no it automatically goes to no DQ because you cannot just call one person on the DQ.
But that's what I'm saying.
So
This is a
that's the only
brand
thing
new
I didn't
phenomenon.
like.
So we'll see. I want to see how this. I want to see it.
Yeah. Anyway, we got Indy Hartwell defeat Timu Plaxi.
I'll take no Paxton. Yes, sir. She, that damn mask is on. She lost because of her mask.
Yeah.
I'm digging Indy Hartwell just beating the hell out of everybody, so it's all right.
And then our main event was Mandy Rose defeats Alba Fire for the NXT Women's title in the last women's standing match.
And now, so I think after Jordan Grace, we're actually done with all the women having last women standing matches.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we had 3 within 2 weeks.
hmm so I think we're done. All the women with titles have done their last women standing
They
matches.
murdered their person that they were
Yeah,
fighting, and they
they're all
disappeared.
done. Got to out your system, girls, please. Now we can now we can try not to kill each other.
Yeah.
So I don't know the girl that came
She's
back.
from NXT UK.
Okay. Okay.
And they also had a big rivalry in NXT UK, so
That's
it
what I.
kind of made sense in that
Yeah.
way.
So okay. When she said UK, that's why I figured she had some beef with Fire. So
And Mandy Rose, the queen of NXT, is still champion.
there you go.
Looking like Nikki Bella. She kind of did a
Yeah, I saw
spot
a little
from Nikki
tribute
Bella.
with
Yeah,
the fit in and the. Okay.
loved it. Our champ, Mandy Rose, still champion. NXT, where you give it?
I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it an A.
I mean,
It was a
too. I
solid.
think it was enough story there.
I think it was. Well, I think actually this week. I think it was a lot of story this week. It was a lot
Yeah,
of story.
I think they're doing better with just making the stories connect to each other and just having different stories in different areas too, not all just involving the titles.
And not all either too long or too short.
Yeah,
Some of them are very short. Like even the tag match had story because they had words to say. We had long form with Zoe because she had something to say. We had the press conference. Like we had a lot. We
yeah.
had the main title match had stuff like everything. So it was good.
Um, so we go to AEW Dynamite. Oh, I got the wrong date. I got the wrong date. There you go. AEW Dynamite. It was taking place in Connecticut. And we kick off with the Blackpool Combat Club, that Brian Danielson and Claudio versus Jericho and Sammy Guevara. Uh,
hmm
they're also going to fight at the pay per view. So they did a tag team first.
This was a good match.
Yeah, it was very good.
This was a very good match, very solid. But it was also the because they all have very good chemistry with each other. There was like a bunch of different spots that happened during the match. That was actually pretty fun. So it was a
Yeah.
good match.
And Claudio does the giant swing and the scorpion
Awesome.
deathlock and makes Jericho tap out.
Awesome. Yep.
Next we got AEW Tag Team Champions Anthony Bowen versus Swerve Strickland.
Sneaky Swerve. Sneaky Swerve. Yes, sir. He fought his ass off, but Swerve beat the hell out that man.
Yep. He should have took his finger too.
I I appreciate that the damage done this day went into the championship match
Yeah.
because he was not taped, and then from here on, Swerve took that arm out and he was hurt, and then it ended up factoring heavily into the tag match. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So we got Tony Schiavone interviews ROH World TV Champion Samoa Joe.
He didn't sound happy.
It was alright. Very angry. He's so angry. We have AEW World Trios match. We have Death Triangle, Pac, Penta, Zero, Miedo, and Phoenix defeat AR Fox and Top Flight.
I mean, if you want to have the most off the wall, off the mat, in the air people, I think these are who you get to do it, right? They fought very well against each other, but you knew they were going to do some stuff you probably
Yeah.
never seen before.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's cool because I know AR Fox, you know him from for a long time, but he hasn't been on television in a while, right?
Yeah.
So it's good. This is dynamite. People get to see him on TV, and he's a badass, man.
Yep. Yep.
So I was really just happy for that, and it's good to see the other brother back, Darius.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good stuff.
Yeah. That boy
Very,
gets
it was a
hurt
fun match.
so much. We got the Murder Hawk backstage is murdering people. He murdered Ricky Starks actually.
He tried.
He tried.
He tried.
We got the men's world title eliminator final semifinal match. We got All Ego Ethan Page versus Bandito.
That was
Ethan
solid.
Page won. Good match.
That was solid.
Yeah.
I got no complaints. That was a good ass match. Yo, Bandito, he has not been on my radar, but he is something else.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Very good.
AEW Intern Women's Championship match. I'm actually getting really annoyed with the intern name because we'll talk about that at the end of the pay per view because I'm getting really annoyed with that name. But Tony Storm versus Anna Jay. It was an okay match.
Hmm. She stepped it up. It wasn't
Yeah.
like the best match, but I appreciate it. She stepped it
Yeah.
up, so it's good to see.
And
But I will say Tony made her work for it, and I think Anna Jay knew she had to like really bring it in
yeah,
that match, so I have to give her credit for that.
it was good. And then our main event was AEW World Champion John Moxley hits the ring. Oh, this is not the main event. My fault.
Mm-mm.
He hits the ring. Willie and Regal made their way to the ring. He great promos between the two. MJF comes for the save, and then he also has a promo afterwards. Well,
This guy's starting to not trying to hear it, but
yeah, really good back and forth between the two. But my suspicions and me and shout out to Minion were talking about it that Regal was gonna turn on. 100% we knew Regal was gonna turn on Moxley because you can't trust that man. A man that has a bunch of lizards you cannot trust.
he is a villain through and through.
Yes, yes. So we get more in that pay per view later on because we'll have our verdict for that. Going into the next show, we do have. I did not get to watch Impact because I had to watch two pay per views.
Yeah, same.
So that
Too much wrestling.
yeah,
I apologize.
that got skipped. But I watched the pay per view and I really enjoyed the pay per view. So I was able to catch up kind of with the storylines because of the pay per view. So there you
Okay.
go. And then we go Friday Night SmackDown. We kick off with Sami Zayn guaranteeing victory for the Bloodline.
Welcome back, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I liked it. Good stuff.
He's just you can't even talk about him, and the crowd just starts saying Uzi. It's it's just so fun. Oh man, as much as I love Young and Drew McIntyre, Big D.
Yeah.
Sorry, I want the Bloodline to win this.
Yeah.
Specifically, I want Sammy to win this. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Then we kick our first match was Ricochet defeats Mustafa Ali. The fantastic match.
Woo wee. I think I'm putting it there. I think this is my match of the week.
For the main shows, yeah, 100%.
I'm saying.
I will
me,
say Josh Alexander and Kazarian is very good close. Is
Really?
a good one. It was a very good match.
Okay.
But this was
as much as I like MJF and Moxley,
I didn't care.
this was something else, man.
I had issues with the match, but I didn't mind the match. I had my issues with that match. But
I think the thing that made this match for me, again, this was a simpler thing. There was just two people in the ring. There's not that much story involved.
yeah,
But it's because I was 100% invested in Ali winning the match.
I agree. Me
So
too.
while it was going on, there was no spoilers. There was
Yeah.
no, I thought so and so was gonna turn. No, no, I just wanted to see who was gonna win the match. And you
Yeah.
know what? They put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, they did.
That was that Falcon Arrow that Ricochet
Yeah.
did when he caught out. Yo, bro, come on,
Yeah.
gotta give Ricochet credit, dude.
Shit was mad. That
Just
shit
saying.
was a beautiful match. Karrion Kross defeats Mad Cat Moss. Has a little storyline with Emma within it, so it was okay.
It's good. It's good. I mean, we'll see what happens.
All right, I have a question. What's up with your boy,
Which boy?
LA Knight?
What that why did he slap him in Roy? Because it's funny. That's why.
He regretted that later on.
I mean, who's to say it was Bray?
I'm just saying he was
Maybe it
yelling. He was
was
yelling at something in the back. If you saw where Karrion, when the announcer in the back was talking to Karrion Kross, you saw Bray Wyatt yelling at somebody.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, maybe he was yelling at Uncle Stinky
Probably, but
because we don't know who Uncle Stinky is. Maybe the one who does violence is Uncle Stinky.
well, LA Knight's going about to learn.
Well, he learned. He just don't know who, I guess. But he learned.
He learned, and Bray's face was just like angry as fuck.
But I'm not gonna lie. He has done that before.
Yeah.
He has slapped somebody and gotten
Yeah,
that was too smooth how he got out of the ring like that.
yeah. Crazy.
Oh man, I'm interested in this. Look, let's keep it moving.
We got
Who could have
Shotzi.
predicted? Who could have predicted LA Knight? Come on, could you have predicted that?
No, boy's crazy. You got Death Wish.
I mean, listen, but you two grown men. He headbutted him last week. Come on, man. You don't just headbutt strangers.
That is true. That is true. Anyway, Shotzi defeats Shayna Baszler.
This was actually a solid match. They
Yeah.
actually had some time here. I mean, this time though, we had the constant interference of Ronda Rousey in this match.
Yeah.
So it was way more story than just them two fighting.
Yeah.
I will say I am so mad though and tired of Shayna's weakness being getting
Yeah.
rolled up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. Man,
You got Braun Strowman and the New Day defeat Imperium.
this was probably the most fun match. I love the setup for it. I love that taunt that the New Day have for
Yeah.
Imperium. I forget the first part, and he goes, and hold the butt.
Yeah.
It had me dying. It had me dying. So I was looking forward to this all night, and they delivered. It was great. And I mean, I wanted to see Braun Strowman versus Gunther.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
I want to see it more because of that.
Damn, they said, look. Okay, so remember what I told you? The story they told us was maybe Ricochet is gonna fight him again, right?
Yeah.
But here we go. We want Santos to win. They got Ricochet in the story, and then Braun Strowman just shows up for 3 minutes and chases him around, and it's like, you know what? I want to see this match.
Yeah.
So let's go. I don't know, man.
Well,
It
Braun
was just
Strowman's
good.
in the tournament too.
That's what I'm saying.
He's fighting
So
Ricochet next.
the predictability of who's gonna win
Yeah.
is up in the air.
Yeah.
So
Because I could see Gunther and Imperium costing Strowman the match if he makes the finals.
yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah. And then they're gonna
But also Ricochet. They got beef with everybody.
Yeah. They're like, again, Gunther was like, I beat you already. I don't want to fight you again.
It is true.
He beat the shit out of him. But I didn't mind the whole Gunther trying to get away from Braun Strowman because honestly, if I had a big ass motherfucker chasing me too, I'll get out the way as well. It's not the fact that he fears him and shit like that. He just knows when to leave if he needs to leave.
He's not stupid.
Yeah,
That's the
he's
whole
not a
thing.
stupid guy.
I think a lot of people think that because he can fight you
Yeah.
and beat the hell out of you that he should all the time.
No.
No, he's not. He's a leader for a reason. I'll just put it that way.
Live to fight another day.
Exactly. Yep.
There you go. And then another first round match, we had Butch defeat Sami Zayn.
And this one, I, listen. I'll be honest. I thought Butch was going to lose because this match started out with interference. It started
Yeah,
out with interference, so
yeah,
I thought the Bloodline was going to get him, but it broke down into a melee. But Butch took advantage,
yep,
and I mean, listen, they all got involved. People was catching strays. Butch did a beautiful backflip onto the Usos. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So there was a lot to like in this match. But then here's the question. I ask you, the last moments of the match, it was Jey Uso in the ring,
yeah,
and he messed it up for Sammy. You
yep,
know that's gonna have it's gonna have some ramifications. It just
yep,
is,
yep.
and I
Dang,
love
yeah.
that.
Yo, Sammy's face when he broke his fingers.
Yeah, yeah,
That shit
yeah.
was hilarious. I was like, oh dude, like, he sold the shit out of that. And then it turned out to be all match brawl. Roman Reigns coming out, joining the brawl, and then Kevin Owens enters the
The
fray,
fifth man.
stuns Roman Reigns,
Well,
and
not after, not
yeah,
until after he has the stare down with Sammy.
yes, he does have
The
a stare
sun
down
was
with
the
Sammy.
counter.
Yes,
So
yes, and got Superman punch
awesome.
because of the stare down.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
I'm liking where he's going. War Games is gonna be very interesting, and I like the team.
Yeah, I do as well. I do as well.
SmackDown, what you give it?
I'm gonna give it an A plus.
Yes, I give it A plus as
You
well.
know what? Okay, okay. I told you this, and I think I have to give it an A. I had to give it a minus because of the women's stories. There was only one.
Yeah,
I mean, what do you? I mean, we could count Emma and
you know we
Madcap,
had to, yeah, because you had Emma and you had the cross with them crossing with Scarlet and them as well.
but like as far as their footprint on the show, it wasn't that big.
Yeah,
So just saying.
and then LA Knight about to be murdered.
Oh damn! Well, they said the search party. They're looking for the body. I haven't seen them.
They're
Bray
like, uh oh,
Wyatt, Bray Wyatt, where you at?
it
Come on, man.
happened already. Oh
Uncle
shit.
Spanky, where you at?
We may have predictions for War Games at the end of this cast if all the matches are in. I do not think. I have a feeling they're gonna add a few more.
How many? How
Because
many
all I
are
have
there
right
so
now
far?
is the women's War Games, the men's War Games, AJ versus Finn Balor, and Ronda Rousey versus Shanti.
Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be at least two more.
Yeah, so we'll
What's
see.
that? Four?
Yeah, so I most likely the U.S. title is gonna be on the line.
True, true.
So, so
Triple threat with Bobby Lashley in theory, you think?
probably all four: Ali,
Oh
Theory,
yeah, Ali.
and
You
Lashley.
know, you know. Just saying.
Yeah,
If it's a four-way with Ali in it, he let me down 5 times already this year, but let's go one more.
I'll
I
keep
got a
going.
gambling addiction, and it's
Yeah.
called Ali. So let's go.
All right. And last but not least, we have AEW Rampage. Um, Kickoff with Lance Archer versus Ricky Stark.
Good stuff. Good stuff. But like I said, he tried. He tried to murder Ricky.
Yeah.
He got away,
Yep.
and he came back and he got him.
Yep. We got Hook versus Lee Moriarty.
This was actually better than I thought. It wasn't that long, but it was much better than I thought. So
Yeah, I
I
enjoyed it.
appreciate it. Hmm.
You had Athena versus Madison Rain. I like murdering. I like Athena murdering people.
Murdering people. Yeah,
I'm
I
enjoying
do
it.
as well. And of course, it has maybe one of the moments of the week.
Yeah.
She KO on ref. What's her name?
Oh, Audrey.
Audrey. Yes,
Yeah,
ref
that was
Audrey.
my highlight of Rampage. I
Just
wanted
ooh
someone to knock
ah.
her out once, and then
She
that
got her
happened. I was
ooh
like, "Thank you,
ah.
Athena. Thank you." Um, and then our main event was Eddie Kingston and Ortiz versus Kashita and Akiyami.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. Uh,
It was good.
good stuff. Good stuff. I
Good
wish
stuff.
I would have seen the match if on the pay-per-view. I believe that the two guys had,
Yeah, I didn't get to
but
watch it
this was a
either.
good match.
I'll
Yeah,
probably go
but this
back
was
and watch it. I heard it was actually really good.
yeah.
All right. That's our week in wrestling. We do have the pay per views that we're gonna give our verdicts real fast, and
Also,
then
wait, before we go too far, Mark,
yes.
sorry to interrupt, but we did forget the House of Black promo,
Oh
the
yes, that
the nice vignette they had for them. So
yeah,
they still there.
Yeah.
Malachi's still there.
Yeah, yeah. So
He'll be back soon.
they'll be back soon. Hopefully. Kick some
Hopefully.
people's heads in. Especially QT Marshall. He needs a kick a good head kicker.
Why y'all? Listen, man. Come on. Leave this man alone.
Oh, he fucked with Dan Housing. Dan Housing whacked him with his teeth.
I mean, listen. You don't. You don't do
He
that.
lucky that he didn't take his teeth.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he could get more teeth into that jar. Saying.
And buy more figures. This is true.
There you go. All right. So AEW Full Gear happened Saturday. This is only the main card. I did not watch the buy-in, so probably talk about the buy-in next time. Because the only thing I kind of wanted to see was the Eddie Kingston and the Japanese dude match. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, we kick off with the steel cage match. We got Jungle Boy versus Luchasaurus.
The match was solid, but two things that I was like, the fact that Luchasaurus lost. That's what I call Luchasaurus. So kind of, and he's lucky. Jungle Boy is lucky that the table broke when he did that elbow because
That would hurt.
more of his body was supposed to hit that dinosaur man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That would have been the most embarrassing thing ever if he jumped from the top of the cage and that table didn't break.
Yeah. I feel like the match maybe could have lost maybe like 7 minutes.
How long was that the match?
The match was like a good almost 20 minutes.
That's
I think
fine. That's fine. I
it
mean,
was a
then
little too
again,
long.
maybe it wasn't that as solid of a match as a cage match. I get.
Yeah.
Maybe you say 15 minutes, but like, I get.
Yeah,
It.
I could lose
it.
it. I could drop at least 5 minutes because especially this pay per view is fucking long.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
They did have color like right away, and they try to make it like they had like such a heated rivalry, but it didn't look it at times.
I mean, the thing I say is the beginning of the match is probably the best part
Yeah.
because I think Luchasaurus he did a good job of destroying Jungle Boy, but again,
Yeah.
Jungle Boy is made of rubber, so
Yeah, you gotta cut it. You just got a scissor and cut his body.
I mean they need to team up with Acclaim.
There you go. Get some scissors.
That's it.
What you give the match?
I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
I'll
It was a
go.
solid match,
I'll go
but
3.25.
like you said, maybe a little bit too long,
Yeah.
or at least it wasn't as exciting as it could have been.
I also don't like the AEW rules for the cage match.
I think that's their standard of no escape.
Yeah.
It is? Okay. I didn't know that. I thought that was because it was a grudge match that they had to do
No.
pin.
You could escape the match, and I was like, it's just a Hell in a Cell, not even a cage. I'll be fine if they could get escaped and the win kind of thing. I actually wish that was the only way you could win the match is by escaping. That was back in the day.
I guess.
Anyway, next match we got the trios title match. We got the Elite versus Death Triangle.
This was pretty good. It was
good.
very, very solid. It was a supposed surprise, but we were not surprised because they talked about it on the other Wednesday when freaking Pac was like, "I'm not stupid. I got a phone."
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously we knew they were coming back. It was a pretty elaborate intro for them. Welcome back,
Yep.
Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks.
It was a
and
fun match.
If you're gonna have a Young Bucks match with Kenny Omega, who are you gonna have as the opponents? You might as well have the Death Triangle.
And they're gonna have 7 matches now. This is 1 out of 7.
So are they doing them each trio matches, or are they doing them
All
the
trio
members?
matches.
Oh, that's interesting. All right.
So Dynamite is gonna be match 2. Rampage is gonna be match 3. Dynamite is gonna be match 4. So we're gonna see it 7 times. But Death Triangle wins this match.
Solid. Pac with the hammer time,
Yep,
telling Phoenix like, you gotta get down with this. Come on, man. You gotta
Yep.
win this match. If you want to win, get down with the hammer, and he did.
Yep.
So we'll see what that holds, because he wasn't happy to do that.
What you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 4, maybe even a 4.9. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.
I go 4 as well. Match 3, TBS Championship match: Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose.
I think they tried to at least do enough in the match to make it different from most matches because they had brawls, they had this and that stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm still upset because it almost feels like what was it for?
Yeah.
Nala did all this. She put all this character work into it, the whole stealing the belt thing, and it's just like, damn it, she still lost.
Yep.
But then again, you can't end the streak on 41. So I kind of I kind
Yeah.
of knew she wasn't gonna lose.
Like it's the odd number. I don't like
It's an odd number.
it.
So
um. Oh,
I'm gonna give it a 3. Look, I'm admitting I'm being generous, but I'm gonna give it a 3 because there was some
uh,
things I did like. I liked Jay's outfit, but I did like that in the match she did show the power against Nyla, and I'm
yeah.
like, you're right, all right,
I'll go 2,
okay, okay,
and that's because of the entrance.
all right, all right,
I
all
did
right.
like I dug the Chitora. I did like the that Vicky Guerrero was wearing Rhea Ripley's shirt.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
notice
she's
that.
wearing the "I'm Your Mommy" shirt.
Oh, because she's the original mommy. All right, and
Yeah,
that's her. that's 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 her son?
yeah.
Question mark? Question mark?
So yeah, she did watch. She did wear that, and I dug the entrance ways. The match is it was sloppy. It was what it was. It is a regular. It is becoming what it is expected from a J Cargill match, and I kind of want more, but this is what we get.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go 2. Match 4, ROH World Title match. We got Jericho, Claudio, Sammy Guevara, and Daniel Bryan.
I think this was for me personally my second favorite match of the night. It had tons of story that unfolded in certain ways that because again you knew Sammy was gonna try to take it from Jericho,
Yeah,
right? But I didn't expect how. I didn't expect when. You knew at some point Danielson and Claudio were gonna do the I respect you, but I gotta beat your ass, and I yeah, but again, not when and not how, and everything. It just was good, man. Like I loved it. It was up there for me, but I again, my guy didn't win. Swiss
yeah,
didn't win, so
yeah. I wanted, yeah, I wanted Bryan to win, but it is what it is. I didn't mind the tension between Jericho and Sammy Guevara, but it was just like kind of I don't know. I didn't feel I did like the match though. Overall, really enjoyed the match. I think it was one of my favorite matches of this pay per view though. And I'll go 4-2-5.
yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna tie with that. I'm gonna go 4-2-5. You know what I like though? I know it wasn't the cleanest counter,
Yeah,
but I like the fact that Jericho waited to during the big swing to hit him
yeah,
because that's how he lost on Wednesday. Big swing into sharpshooter.
yep.
So the
Um,
best way to counter the big swing is to not be in it.
exactly. Be as far away from it as possible.
Be far away.
Match 5, we got Britt Baker versus
Is that right?
Saraya. I can't even say her name right now. Saraya. There you go. Saraya. Sorry,
Very
Paige.
solid match.
Saraya. You always be
Very
Paige
solid
in my
match.
heart. I liked the storytelling they showed in the match. I give them credit for the fact that Britt Baker was mainly going for her neck, and
Mm-hmm.
that about half her moves went for her neck.
Yes, sir.
I give
Yes,
credit
sir.
to that. Saraya looked rusty, but she looked good. She looked solid for a person that haven't wrestled in 5 years. She looked pretty solid, and I say it was better than the Jay Cargill match. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'll give
definitely,
that
definitely.
credit. Um, I go 3-7-5.
For me, I would go 3-4, 3-5.
3-5.
Again, I thought it was solid. I thought again the story was there. Uh, this was actually more of a clean match because that championship match was very dirty.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't nearly as like interference heavy as that match.
yeah,
So like, all right, she fought it straight up. I could give her at least that much credit.
yeah,
So mhm.
yeah. And again, I like the story they told. Like she went directly for her neck. She was trying to take her ass back out.
Yeah, definitely.
Match 6, we got the TNT title. We got Warlow, Hobbs, and Samoa Joe.
I give this match all the credit in the world for being exactly what you thought it was going to be. Big, medium men slapping meat and Wardlow launching himself at said big sweaty men. So
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty solid for just big men destroying each other, and I loved the ending of the match. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3.75.
I go 3.75 as well. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of wanted Hobbs to win just
I
because I
just
wanted some
yeah,
a new face, but I'm
that was
fine.
yeah
I'm gonna go with
yeah.
Joe.
But I liked the what Joe did made a ton of sense.
Yeah.
It just did for his character and everything. So yeah.
Yep. It makes sense. We got match 7. We got Sting Darby Allen versus Jarrett and Lethal.
Again, I told you I could kind of a wet fart on Jeff Jarrett, so that wasn't the selling point. Selling point for me was Sting and Darby, and they did their thing. It
Yep.
was all right. I I mean I you know what? Some of the best moments was the Satnam interference because I liked how they destroyed him when they teamed up on him. That was
Yeah, I
pretty
looked
cool.
at that
So
double team move they did.
and I liked the when he caught Darby off the thing threw him on the ramp. That was hilarious, dude. Like there was just some stuff where when you use certain people in the right way, they can shine.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna give it a 3.75.
3.75. I'm gonna go 3. But I enjoyed it. Just like those little spots and that tag team move they did on the big dude. I actually thought that looked cool. Other than that, it was alright. I don't like Jarrett, so it was hard for me to like keep my interest in this match. Next match we got is AEW interim women's title. We have Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter. Before we get into this match, so interim AEW champion. So does this count as a title win or it has asterisks to it?
Now why you say that? Because
Because
it's
I'm
still
asking,
the name.
does it have asterisks to it because it's still an interim title? It's not the real title.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
So me looking at AEW's little title picture, they have asterisks on their name.
Really?
Yeah.
And then the asterisk says intern
Yeah.
next to it, something like that.
hmm
Well, it's supposed to, because that's what they call them.
So I have issues with this. And this is in general. Like Jamie Hayter's first title is not a real title win because she did not actually win the title.
Well, not in their book.
Bullshit.
I mean, if they write the rules, that's
Yeah.
how it works.
I
You
don't
can't
like it.
put your. I understand,
Yeah.
Mark, but you can't put your own rules on their rule
I
book. So
understand, but
you
this
can
is a
call them
delicate.
out. You
Yeah.
can call them out when they don't follow their own rules,
Yeah.
but you can't compare their rules to everybody else when they have, like you just said, you looked it up
Yeah.
and they have it. That's their rules.
Yeah. I don't like the whole asterisk thing.
Yeah,
Just fucking take the
I
interim
could get
anymore.
that because if I saw that next to my name, I'd be like, "Excuse me, WTF?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Because this is her first title and you kind of have an asterisk on it. It's kind of fucked up.
So I get it,
Yeah.
but in their rule set, it's just that's the way it is in their
Yeah.
land.
Thunder Rosa
Cause
just
they
come to get defend your title, and so we can stop this intern shit. Stop this intern shit. Your back
this
ain't
is true.
hurting. I see you moving.
This is true. This is true.
I feel bad for this match because I thought the match was good. I thought they delivered. I'm just fucking I hate that intern the technicality of the intern title. It doesn't really make sense. I just want them. This could have been for the number one contender, and then next person fight Thunder Rosa, and I would have been fine with that. But beyond that aside, this was a really good match. Probably Jamie had his best match in AEW.
I don't think so. I think
No,
she's had a better match than
yeah,
she's
I
had better matches.
enjoyed it.
I think she's had I think she's had better matches than this one.
Okay,
The but I think it was a good match. I
yeah,
don't think it was bad, but no, because this one, the one thing that bothered me was just the amount, how gross it got with how they tried to cheat.
yeah,
And it wasn't messed up because they did it in a way where it was clean in the sense of the ref didn't see it.
yeah.
But good goddamn, it might as well have been 7 people. It might as well have been at towards the end of that match. It might as well have been Tony Storm versus the NWO.
These damn gang fights.
So that's what I'm saying. Like Jamie Hayter's had better
Yeah,
matches where it had way less interference
yeah, I
and
got you.
it went the distance.
Yeah,
And so I give her that much credit. I put that much respect on her name. But like, was this match bad? No, no, this match was very solid.
yeah,
Because I did not see the Jordan uh, Masha match. I want to say this is probably the best women's match I saw this week.
yeah.
So again, it was good. I'm gonna give it a 4, but I got my issue with it was just like, God damn, Tony
Shit.
Storm. They had to damn near shoot her.
They tried. They missed.
They just kept. They was the villains in GI Joe. The blue lasers never.
Yeah.
No, the red lasers never hit anybody.
All right. Match 9. We got the AEW tag team. I go. Oh, I didn't give. I will give it a 4 as well. AEW tag titles. We have Acclaim versus Swerve for Our Glory.
This match was also another fun match. This match was also a match that I give credit for the story here. The story with Billy Gunn, the story with Swerve and Bowens' arm, the story between Swerve and Keith Lee.
Yeah.
It ended up affecting the outcome of the match because they basically had it won.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 4.5 for the story alone.
I
Now
like
for
their Metal Gear Solid.
the metal, yeah, I saw the picture. That was
That's
pretty
cool.
dope. I
That's
was like,
cool.
Keith Lee got a do rag on. Oh,
Yeah.
what's going? I was like, oh, somebody gonna get shot. What's happening? Um, but see, I have to give it a realistic score, and the realistic score is 4.25.
I'll give it the same thing.
But like, if I'm being honest, like this had as much work put into it as the main championship match.
Yeah.
And that's just the facts.
I'll say this, and between that and the world title, I think had the best stories running with it.
Yeah, I can agree
Yeah,
with that.
100%. All right, final match. We have AEW World Title. We have John Moxley versus MJF.
Hands down, I think the best match of the night. I think the most compelling story. I did not exactly see how the ending was going to unfold, but yeah, if you follow the pieces, I could see it definitely leading to what it
Yeah,
led to. You know,
yeah,
it makes perfect sense.
yeah,
It makes perfect sense. And you can't do all this. You cannot have everything that this story went through, the ups and downs, without MJF winning. It just wouldn't have made sense.
yeah,
So that part was super predictable. It was just how we gonna get there, and
yeah,
then we got there with the Regal being Regal, the
yeah.
villain.
The villain. Don't trust a man with a bunch of lizards.
Don't trust the lizard man. No,
Yeah, he's a lizard man.
he's cold. He's cold blooded.
He cold. He cold blooded.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
That's it. And
Congrats,
the match was
MJF,
solid too.
AEW World Champion.
Yes, sir. And the match was solid too. I gotta give credit for that because again, one thing I saw leading up to this too as well was a bunch of interviews with MJF. And one thing he said stuck with me because it's true.
Yeah,
Everybody knows he can talk, but they forget because he doesn't wrestle, because he treats himself like an attraction.
yeah,
And he only wrestles every so often on purpose. And he's like, they forget that he can wrestle,
yeah,
and he's very, very good. And so, like, yes,
yeah.
he can wrestle, and he's very, very good. And Moxley is also very, very good. So it was a very, very good wrestling.
What threw me off in this match was Moxley's red pants.
Yeah.
Like, who told you to wear red pants?
He
You
looked like a
throwing
small
me off.
He like a small Strowman.
Yeah, you just threw me off. I was like, you don't wear colors, dude.
No, except on your face.
Yes, the only color
And
red I see is on your
and
face.
and believe it or not, did he not bleed?
No, there was no blood.
There was no blood on his face.
I was very surprised.
And he got hit with brass knucks and he didn't bleed. Oh, that's interesting.
He probably bleed in the end. I didn't see his face in the end.
So, yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.75. I don't want to give it a 5. It wasn't perfect, but like, it earned every bit of that score from me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I go 4-5. Again, I really enjoyed it. I think it was the best match of the night. But also, like me and me and you was talking about it for a while that really Regal was gonna betray him. I was like, yeah, no, I don't trust that lizard man. I really don't. But yep, it happened. Brash Knucks to Moxie Face, new world champion. AW Full Gear and Hold 2022. What do you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 3.75. I'm
Okay.
gonna say a solid pay-per-view. Maybe 2 matches too long.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
agree.
Or
But
one match, or maybe time of some of them, because maybe not the matches themselves.
yeah,
It's just maybe the time. Like you said, the Jungle Boy.
yeah.
You can find another one.
You could just
Maybe the tag match with Sting and Darby.
yeah.
You know, because of Jeff Jarrett and cut a little.
Yeah, but in their regard, they're charging $50 for their pay per view.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're gonna give
Okay.
it nuts. Um, I'll run down Impact or Overdrive really fast. It was a special on Friday night. Um, First match was Moose and Bully Ray. Did you watch any of these?
No, I didn't get to see the pay-per-view.
No? Okay, so if anything, I'll save this for next week so we don't go that crazy long. And we could just run them down if you want to watch it. But I highly recommend Trey Miguel versus Black Taurus, X Division title. Grayson Slamovich, the last woman standing match was fucking awesome. And Alexander versus Kazarian was really good as well. So I highly recommend those matches. All right, we go to podcasts we listened to. We had JBL and Baron Corbin on After the Bell.
A very good episode.
Yes, we need Tozawa in that group.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Say it now. Shout outs. I've been going back to old New Day Pod and I missed them, so we need New Day Pod back, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I missed that podcast. Oh, shout outs to the Sweets, the Sweets on Twitter, on Twitch. They were playing Up Up
Yes,
Down
sir.
Down, the party.
The party. It has begun.
Yes.
So I made sure I watched it. I didn't get to see it live, but I watched the replay on
Yeah,
their channel. Go check it
I
out.
watched some of it. I didn't get to watch the whole thing.
It's so good to see them happy
Yes.
and having fun playing Uno.
Yes. Uno's back.
And Breeze, you can't trust Breeze. That's all I gotta say.
This is not-
Collusion.
Top Dollar was on Ryan Satin's Out of Character.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think Renee Young had a restaurant. I don't really listen to hers if it's not a wrestler. Chris Van Vliet had Soraya on. That was a good conversation.
Oh, there. Okay.
Um, yeah, that's all. And shout outs to the Wrestling Figure podcast, major Wrestling Figure podcast. I do listen to them every week. Big shouts out to them. I always enjoy their cast. And I
Yes,
sent
sir.
to the toy drive. I sent 10 Seth Rollins.
Nice.
I sent 3 of the White Ranger, 5 of the White Ranger, 5 of the navy blue tights.
Nice.
And I'm mad
Girl.
because now they have the suit one. I might do another one, 5 of the suit ones.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's in a
That's good.
powder blue suit.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Okay. Okay.
Last but not least is you listen to anything before I move on?
Anything else? No. That's it.
Last but not least, we do have our wrestling retrospect. It's my pick this week, and I'm gonna go with someone that you haven't seen a lot of, and we talked about it on our message, Rob Van Dam.
Okay. Yes, sir. That should be fun.
Yeah. So Rob Van Dam will be added to the wrestling retrospect. Any era of him that doesn't really matter. I already have some like highlighted ones with Jerry Lynn and Taz and Sabu, but he also has tag team matches with Hayabusa and Hakushi, which we actually put on Hakushi's list. So there's a lot of good matches
Yeah,
for RVD.
that's true. He's pretty much fought everybody. That's the
Yes,
thing.
and he's still fighting to this day.
Yes, sir.
So RVD will be our pick for the Wrestling Retrospect, and that'll be all. This is the Wrestling Battle Podcast. Easiest way to listen to us is on Spotify, Red Cyclone Inc., also SoundCloud, Red Cyclone Inc., and Merc the Mike. You can easily find those on there. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Merc the Mike. Follow my TikTok of Merc the Mike on TikTok. I've been posting a lot of wrestling figure stuff and mainly like action figure stuff and things like that, and anything I'm drinking at the time or whatever. So definitely give me a follow, check it out. I've been posting a lot of like figure photography stuff, and I just posted some stuff for rest in peace Jason David Frank and shit. So definitely check that out. And follow Red Cyclone Inc.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone 8. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. That is... What else? We got a WordPress? Yes, we do.
WordPress.
Yeah. So make sure you check us out.
Yep.
Do it.
Peace out, laters, and always remember,